Hello everybody, Penni Shelton here. I'm so excited to welcome you to a brand new episode of Foodie Friday. It's been a while since I have put together a new episode, and so I hope that you'll feel that it has been worth the wait, because today we're going to go into my raw food kitchen and get Thai-licious. We are going to get our Thai food on today, and the featured recipe comes from Raw Food Rehab member Esther Gordon, otherwise known as Esther Francis on the website. A lot of you know Esther. She's been around for, I think, since day one on the website, and this recipe also is included in our most recent digital material, Go Fresh. It's in the recipe section in the May-June recipe supplement. Spicy Thai coconut wraps. They are off the hook, so delicious. Actually, my husband is requesting them specifically for dinner tonight. We've made them once before and he just went on and on. I couldn't agree more. It's one of my most favorite recipes ever that I've ever made in the raw food world, and I wanted to share it with you all today. Along with the spicy Thai coconut wraps, I decided that I wanted to kind of have a little special something before dinner, so I am going to start our happy hour off tonight with a basil lemongrass smart cocktail, alcohol-free. I am going to make a Thai-inspired basil lemongrass coconut ice cream with what's left over. So I'm totally excited about tonight's dinner, and I'm really excited that you're going to come along and be part of putting it all together for Big Daddy. That's what I call my husband. So let's get in the kitchen and check it out. I'd like to start off by showing you what I have done to prep to put together the spicy Thai coconut wraps. I want to show you the ingredients. I want to show you what I've already got marinating. A lot of this you can do, like if you work a full-time job, you could get this prepped up in the morning before work, and then all you need to do is come home, pull it out on the countertop, bring it up to room temperature, put it together, and you are good to go. So it's a super fast meal that does not require, well, it really doesn't require any equipment at all. So let's take a look. First of all, the center or the heart of the coconut Thai wraps are some marinated mushrooms. I'm using baby bello, portobello mushrooms that are marinating in just a little bit of coconut aminos and lime juice. Then I also have some jicama that I've just chopped up, and I put a little dusting of pink Himalayan sea salt, just a generous pinch, which has sort of caused the jicama to soften up a little bit, and it's released some moisture, and I will drain both of these before I mix it in to the wrap. Okay, along with that, I have put together this really, really delicious coconut stuffing, which let me tell you what's in this, okay? I've got my little notes here because I don't want to forget anything. This has grated ginger root, ginger. You can just peel that a little bit and grate it in there. Lime juice, about a tablespoon. The zest of 1 lime. So I just used my little zester. Microplane. That's what I use to zest a lime. That's what it looks like. But there's a lot of different ways that you could zest it, but that's what I used. It's 1 small chopped shallot. That's what a shallot looks like. A shallot's an onion, but it kind of looks like garlic at the same time. So it's a little bit milder than an onion. I really like the taste of shallots. It also has a couple of teaspoons of namashoyu, 2 teaspoons. I used raw honey. This is a really nice raw honey that I found, but you could certainly use coconut nectar, which is a totally raw, low glycemic product. You could also use organic raw agave nectar if you're okay with using that. It has 1/2 cup, or I'm sorry, 1/3 cup of dry shredded unsweetened coconut flakes. It has 1/2 cup of coarsely chopped cilantro. If you're not a cilantro fan, you could totally change it up. Use mint or basil. Either one would be delicious. And then it also has a minced up jalapeno. Because I like it spicy, you could omit that if you're not into the heat, or just use a little small portion of it if you just like a little bit of heat. Okay, the next component is pickled carrots. You know, you're probably thinking, big deal, pickled carrots. Listen, These are so good. It's 1 large carrot that I julienne shredded using this julienne peeler. So it looks like a vegetable peeler, but you can see it has little teeth in there. So you just take it and run it down the carrot, and you've got instant julienne strips. I think that peeler was $8 or something at Bed Bath & Beyond. You can find them at Target or any kitchen store. This has 2 tablespoons of, you can either use rice vinegar. I used the raw coconut vinegar. You could use apple cider vinegar. Whatever you've got on hand is fine. A tablespoon of sweetener of your choice. I used coconut nectar. You can use, again, honey or the blue agave. It has a teaspoon of fresh chopped cilantro and a generous pinch of crushed red pepper flakes. Yum. So good. Again, if you don't like spicy, just omit those pepper flakes, but I'm telling you, they really add a nice kick. We're going to assemble all of this inside the beautiful leaves of this soft butter lettuce. And you may have this at your store. It comes in a package. I hate the packaging because I feel like it's wasteful, but it has its little root system still. It's alive. It comes to you alive, and look how gorgeous that is. So, and I'm going to tie up the wrap with the end of these purple onions that I found at my local farmer's market. And this is just totally optional way to serve it. I'm just going to show you how I like to do it. Here is the finished spicy coconut tie wrap. So easy. I just laid out one of the butter lettuce leaves, and I have stuffed all of the marinated delicious goodness on the inside. Just a little bit of each of the ingredients. Boom, boom, boom. And then wrapped it up and secured it with a little end of one of the scallions or the green onions, just to kind of make a little prettier presentation. I did it really quick, so it's actually not as pretty as it could be, but you're going to love this recipe. It is a total taste sensation. You have to make it. You have to try it. Now, let's get on with this episode, and let's make the basil lemongrass smart cocktail. Hi, Coco. Okay, let's go out here and see what we've got. Most of you have made sun tea before, I know. This is lemongrass and basil infused water, and it's been sitting out here for probably about 4 hours now. You could definitely leave it out all day. The longer you leave it out in the sun, just the more infused the water is going to be. So this is going to be the base of the basil lemongrass cocktail. Thai basil smart cocktail. I want to show you the ingredients, and I want to show you how I prepared the lemongrass to get it to really work in this water infusion. Okay, first of all, lemongrass you can find very easily at most supermarkets. This I found in the herbs section at local, or Whole Foods, I'm sorry. It was just in the produce section. You can also find it in a lot of Asian markets as well, or if you have a Asian section in your local supermarket. I used a mallet, a kitchen mallet, and I just tapped it out like that, and that just blows apart and separates the fibers to release all of that good lemongrass essence that's inside hiding in that. And then I just put it right down into the water with a big handful of fresh basil. And as I said, it's been sitting out in the sun for about 4 hours. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take this and strain it. Strain out all of the basil and the, the lemongrass stuff, and we just want that water, and that's what we're going to get. We're going to mix that with some sweetener. I particularly like coconut nectar right now, so I've got all my stuff over here. I showed you this a little bit earlier. Coconut nectar. You could use honey, you could use raw agave nectar, you could probably use stevia if you're a stevia fan. So I'm going to make a syrup with that. Again, the recipe's underneath this video. I'm going to crack into this young Thai coconut, and I'm going to take out a little bit of the water, mix that in with it, and then I'm going to squeeze this whole lime into it. I'm going to pour all of that into a cocktail shaker. Got one right over here. going to fill this about half the way full with ice, and then pour the drink mixture over that. Shake it up really, really well. Pour it into a chilled cocktail glass, and then I'm going to top it off with some ginger. It's ginger-aid kombucha that I found at Whole Foods. You wouldn't necessarily have to do this. This is an optional addition at the end, but I think it'll really make the drink taste even more Thai with that ginger-aid. You could also use sparkling water. You could use Perrier, something like that, if you like your drink fizzy. If not, you can just drink it chilled in a cocktail glass. So I'm going to put all this together, and then I'm going to show you the finished drink. Okay, I just shook it up. There we go. It's hard to do this with one hand. I need a cameraman. Okay, we're going to just pour that in. Wow. And then I'm going to top it off with some kombucha. It's a little bit of lemongrass in there. I'm totally making a mess. Little stir stick, lemongrass. And you could garnish this. This is going to float, so that's kind of, I don't think that's going to work, but you could garnish with a lime and a little piece of basil. So, okay, I haven't tasted this yet. Let's check it out. Dude, that is so good. Oh yeah, definitely smart cocktail for your happy hour. There's no doubt about it. I wanted to back up just a minute on this ice cream recipe to tell you that what I was showing you, I have some basil actually growing here in my kitchen. I did not use that for the ice cream mixture. What I used was the basil that had been sitting out in the sun in the infusion, because I thought, why would I want to throw that away? I mean, I can just, it's going to already have the essence of that lemongrass on it anyway. So what I've got here in this pitcher before I blend it in the Vitamix is I've got the nectar, the lemongrass basil nectar. I've got the majority of the basil that I had used in the infusion, and then a little bit of coconut water. I didn't use a lot because I've got some of the nectar in there, some of the syrup, if you will, in there. So the majority of that is just coconut meat and the syrup and a little bit of coconut water and whatever else you're going to see on the ingredients list underneath this video. But I got kind of crazy in the kitchen with these coconuts, hacking into them. I can't believe this, but I don't know if you can see that. I actually broke my coconut knife. Bummer. Joyce Chin. Gonna have to buy another Joyce Chin. I think I got this thing at the Asian market for like $5, so it's been good. I've had it for 5 years. Time for a new coconut cracker. And the way that I get my coconut meat out is I use this soft spatula, and it just slides it out. See that? So clean, and it doesn't take off, it just gets the meat out. It doesn't get anything else. So you really are going to save a whole lot of time. You're not going to have to clean the coconut meat as well. I mean, you can see how clean that is. I didn't rinse it or do anything to it. It just came straight out of it like that. So my little tidbit, putting this into the Vitamix, blend it until completely smooth. Well, while the ice cream is processing in the ice cream freezer, I just wanted to go ahead and in today's episode, there will be a photograph of the finished product underneath this video so you can check it out. But I have really enjoyed going fresh and going Thai with you today. And you can still get the Go Fresh digital material for $33. There's around 100 amazing recipes. The book for Go Fresh, it's my personal favorite. I think my personal favorite thing that I have ever put together for an initiative. I know that you would enjoy it. It has the potential to be life-changing in your life, and you can either buy the digital material by itself, or there's still plenty of time to join with us in the vault, and that's where the actual initiative is taking place, the 11-week Total Health and Wellness Initiative Go Fresh, where I do weekly videos, we give away prizes. I've talked about it before, so I won't bore you with those details, but we would love to have you come join us in the vault. It's time to go fresh.